My mother is an entitled bitch. Hi. I don't post on Reddit often, but my situation has gotten terrible. I have story upon stories of how my mother has ruined my life, but I'm at the point where I'm scared to lose everything. For context, I'm 18, just turned 18 in the end of 2023. I have been diagnosed with many mental illnesses and physical illnesses. That makes everything 10 times worse when you're trying to be a normal human being. I am autistic, have BPD, ADHD, and have PTSD from growing up with my mother. All have been doctors diagnosed. Physically I have scoliosis. Mind the spelling, I am a bit bad at that. TMJ, some hormone imbalance, with tons of possibilities for other illnesses from genetics. Since growing up with my mother I was late diagnosed to all of this. Or she knew or decided to not do anything even if her daughter was crying out of pain or suffering mentally. Even currently, because of Canadian healthcare, I'm struggling to get the help I need, and all I've been told is to wait. So keep this in mind when reading. Now on to what's happening currently. Almost a year ago I graduated high school. Honestly, I was doing alright for myself, till things got rough with my dad and such. To explain, he was hit dead on by a drunk driver, and it almost costed his life. Gone through several surgeries and still has to go through more. He can't work anymore thanks to this, and we have gotten no money from insurance. It's been extremely stressful. I had to quit my job I had because of this and ended up quitting my extra year of school because of my father, and my own health getting very bad. So since November I've been at home with my father. My birthday came and went like always, but my mother has decided that since I'm a adult, in her words, I should not need her help anymore, or my father's for some reason, that I should be completely self-sufficient, either have a full-time job, or go to college, like I have the money for that lol. She's doing her normal thing of turning my grandparents against me, or anyone who will listen, telling them that I am the worst thing to ever happen as per usual. But it all came up recently when she had forced me to go on a trip with her, for my big birthday. Also, she had kicked me off said trip before saying I'd ruin it, just to, a day before the trip, beg me to come with her, and say oh it's all for me. It was a day trip at some fancy hotel, where she can gamble at in America, the same place she goes every year for her birthday, or other special occasions. The whole time her and my grandmother treated me horribly. Like my grandmother started screaming about how I'm a liar in Walmart and such because apparently she gave me money that she didn't. I remember how horrified I was with all these strangers staring at me, and my grandma still doing it. Then at the hotel when I just didn't want to go gambling with them, and stay back to rest, caused me one of my worst panic attacks in a long time. I remember them yelling about how I need to respect my elders and such, and my grandma yelling how I had to be a good little girl and start acting right. I am extremely thankful for my boyfriend who I called when I finally got a moment alone. He was my rock through that horrible trip. Then my most recent encounter, which happened to be with my mom and grandmother again. First time seeing my mom since said trip. Thankfully my grandmother was out during most of this, but it was my mom staying at my grandmother's for the weekend since she lives very far. This happened Friday. I hadn't slept since Thursday since I have very bad insomnia, and thought we would be just chilling at my grandma's for the day. But suddenly I'm called being told to hurry over, that my mom wants to take me out, and buy me a dress, with my grandma's money, and then pick up a few things in town. I was surprised but knew saying no was a bad idea. So all day I drove her around in my car, using my gas to do things. We went to a few stores, but my mom made me feel horrible as per usual. Fat shaming me and such. Clothes is something that is hard to find for me. I'm 14 and 130 pounds. I have DD cup breasts that make it even worse. I've never felt more ugly than when my mom speaks to me. She is also over 100 pounds heavier than me. My weight gain is mainly thanks to my hormone imbalance. When I was younger, before my hormones started causing problems, I was skin and bone pretty much. Since I've gained weight, the number one thing I hear is comments on my body. We got this green dress, but my mom insisted that since there was a sale I buy something else as well with my grandmother's money. We got this green dress, but my mom insisted that since there was a sale I buy something else as well with my grandmother's money. The sale was buy one, get one 50% off. I was iffy but agreed, getting myself some cargo-like pants that were high-waisted as to cover my stomach better. My mother also commented they were ugly, and the color, a beige-like brown, was like someone threw up sheet. I ignored her comments because I really liked the pants. I was ready to go and leave, but she said that we had time to waste, to go check her stores with her or something. I started to not feel well, but agreed as to not upset her. We went to some stores and such. She kept asking me if there's anything I like, but I would say no. I don't have the money to get it myself, but don't want her to spend money on me. She holds it against me even if it's something like dinner or clothes, things I need. Then what the fight was about started. She started to insist that she would buy me bras. They are something that I really need. They're very expensive and many of mine don't fix correctly as my breasts have grown a lot in a little time. I said no about 50 times as she had already informed me that she spent all the money my grandmother gave her for today, also because I know that she would use it against me. But I finally gave in. When we walked by the store I liked, we bought in total to bras and underwear because she said that we had to get them since they were matching. It came close to $200. Yikes. But I was grateful. Rest of the day was me waiting for her to get her things done. Picking up some chair off of Kijiji that she apparently needs for someone else. Dropping off her laptop to fix so she can play her gambling games online. We were out way longer than we should have been. By the time we got back to my grandmother's, I was exhausted and in pain. I went to lay down also because the food I ate for breakfast was upsetting me. She eventually came and attempted to wake me up with what she called a joke. She grabbed me by my ankles and tried to pull me off the bed. I told her to stop and that I was sick, but she later tells me I didn't say that. Then proceeded to take the pillows and start hitting them against me as hard as she could. As much as they are pillows, they were hard and hurt way more than they should in the state I'm in. I'm upset at that point. I told her to fuck off and that they hurt, and she starts saying, "Oh, I can't play a joke with you," and everything. I tell her I think I'm going to go home, and I'm sorry, but that made things a lot worse and I need to lay down. Mind you, I did tell her before my little nap that I wasn't feeling good and may go home early as well. My God, she flicks like a switch and starts screaming, saying she would have never taken me out if she knew I was gonna bail on her. Starts to guilt me, saying, "Oh, I spent money on you, and you're just leaving," that I guilted her into buying me brass somehow. I can't remember everything as it was a lot, and I tend to try and drown it out. I just was quietly getting my things and going to leave. She's still yelling. Goes on to say she shouldn't have to buy me anything as I'm an adult and should be supporting myself. Yet she stopped supporting me pretty much in all ways when I was 15-16. Aka when she kicked me out to live with my father. I just leave and go home. You'd think it would be over, but I think she enjoys fighting. She texts me, which I will put down below. I actually messaged her first asking if grandpa wanted my boyfriend to come fix his PC that night. Also asking if grandma wanted me over to play card games and such. It's a regular thing between me and my family to play card games. Of course, my mom, being my mom, who holds grudges since her childhood, starts another fight. I admit I was harsh to her, but when your whole life is screwed up because of your mother, can you blame me? When I mention that she's sad or alone, my mother has no friends, and the only family she regularly talks to is her parents. Just before this, she was fighting with her fiancé, saying that they were done for the billionth time. I don't have much left with her, but she uses anything she can against me. The only thing she pays for these days is my quad insurance, but she also has my things at her place, which I would really like back. I'm a collector of most things Nintendo related, and my whole Wii collection and such is there, along with other important things. Also, she demands that I bring the quad back, yet I don't have a trailer either. Also, she does have a trailer as she has her own quad, several snow machines, and even multiple trucks she can fix it in the back of. Also, this quad was a gift for me when I was about 13. It is my baby. I've kept with all repairs and ride it every time I can. It's not been in her possession for years, but I'm really sad to let her go. Otherwise, I'm starting to think this is the end of dealing with my mother. Overall, I'm so filled with anger and sadness. I don't know why she's like this. I wish I could do something about all this. She neglected me my whole life. I have story after story of how much she's done to me, yet she always tells me that I'm lying and that she doesn't remember how she divorced my dad at age 4, leaving up homeless cause she painted my dad to be abusive and would harm me. The countless times CPS was in my life, all the times I was hospitalized, the years it took for me to not sleep on a couch or some air mattress, schools constantly calling to tell her I don't have a good lunch, selling my toys for money. All I remember was being around alcohol and drug users growing up. I don't even feel 18, yet 18 years she's been abusing me. I don't really have an idea of what I can do to help anything. I feel lost and stuck. I know this isn't a happy story or anything, but I want it to be out there since I don't talk about it anymore. Most people don't care. I've lost friends from apparently being too much, so I don't tell anyone anymore. If anything happens, I'll try to update. Thank you for reading. I just typed this all out and realized this community doesn't allow photos. I will type out the messages word for word below. Me, does grandpa still want my boyfriend to fix his hard drive? Mother, not right now, he said. Me, my boyfriend isn't available till for tonight anyways. Mother, he said not today. Me, okay. Should I come over tonight for games or no? Mother, no, we're mean to you. Me, you are. I told you no 5 times yesterday when you wanted to buy me brass. I knew you would use them against me and you did. Mother, no, I'm not, and if you think that, then stay away from me. Mother, I wanted to buy you brass, you needed them, I wanted to do something nice. Me, it was nice till you yelled at me and told me Elle guilted you into buying them. Who the fuck does that and says they're doing something nice? I got really sick when I got home and was in bed by 7 once it was done. Mother, I was mad cause I spent almost $200 out of the money that was supposed to get put on my credit card, and you had the nerve to call me mean for joking with you and ditched me. Me, it was mean to start hitting me with pillows. I was laying down cause my stomach was killing me, and I tried to tell you to stop. Mother, I was joking and only hit you lightly. Me, Mom, we went over this. When you try to be gentle, you aren't. Mother, can't even joke with you. Me, that wasn't a joke. You have to listen to me when I say stop. Plus what you said was really mean and hurtful. Mother, you didn't. Me, I did. Mother, you were acting like a Karen. Me, so the kid sleeping in bed because she's sick is a Karen for asking you to stop. Mother, no, for acting entitled like I have to spend money on you. Me, I did not ask to be born. Mother, you are now an adult, so now you are no longer entitled. Me, Oh my god, I have to spend money on my child like that isn't being entitled. Mother, get a job, buy your own clothes. Me, turned 18 so now my mother stops caring for me. Mother, you're no longer a child. Me, so nice of you. Don't bother me when you are sad and alone. Mother, can't be around you anyways, can't even joke with you, or nothing, I be nice and but you stuff, and you act like I'm supposed to. No, I'm not. Me, you aren't respectful of what L don't like, and when I say no or get upset you explode. You have never been nice to me. I could literally be dying and you wouldn't care. Mother, leave me alone, stop texting me. Grow up, go to school or get a full-time job. Start paying your own car insurance, quad insurance, snowmobile insurance, etc. You think I'm mean? Now I'm going to be. And I want the quad back at my house. Me, come and get it then. I want my things back as well. Clothes, my Wii and games and Wii Us. Collectibles, everything. Mother, no, you bring it back, I have no trailer. Me, if you want it back, come take it back then.